Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about what I have been watching. This is the fourth video of this series I've been doing. So basically what I do is I talk about the YouTubers I've been watching, the TV shows, and the movies. I believe the last time I filmed one of these was either November or December, so this is everything I've watched since then. So there's some Christmas movies and stuff like that. So this is over the span of the last 5 to 6 months. In the first two videos I did like this, I would go into detail about every single thing I watched, and I realized that's a little overwhelming. And last video I did like this, I basically just went into detail about some of the things, and if I didn't feel like I needed to, I would just list them, and I realized that's a lot more relaxing and just a lot easier. So I only go into detail about the things that I feel like going into detail. Some of them I just list. So that's what I'm going to keep doing for this series on my channel. And I realized I just spilled tea on my jeans. But anyways, let's get into the video. So first I'm going to be starting with YouTube. I'd like to hop in here and say this isn't every single YouTuber I've watched. It's just what I've been watching the majority of. The YouTubers I have been watching are Haley Pham, Rihanna Nicole, which I found on TikTok. She's extremely positive and so adorable. And Dina, which I've talked about before. I went to school with her and I know her. Sophie series, which she hasn't uploaded for a really long time, but I still like to watch some of her old videos because I think she's such an inspiration and I love her. Abby Santa and Abigail's Cup of Tea, and Liberty Hangout, which, let me explain. I don't support her, which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Liberty Hangout is basically pretty much, I believe, ran by Caitlin Bennett, or she's a part of it. I don't support it. I have grown up in a very democratic family, and watching someone that is so conservative, I feel like is very educational to me. I've been watching it with a very open mind to try and widen my views and understand the other side. And I have to say, if you really sit down and have an open mind and watch some stuff like of Liberty Hangout, some of it, like, you're like, okay, that makes sense. And there's other things that you're gonna be like, that's absolutely ridiculous. But I've definitely been trying to widen my perspective, and even if I don't agree with stuff they're saying, at least understand where they're coming from. So I found it very educational to be watching something that is so different from what I've been raised to believe, and very educational. So yeah, I've been watching Liberty Hangout lately, and even if you don't learn anything, it's pretty entertaining. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, Caitlin Bennett is the girl who is called Gun Girl and also known for pooping her pants at a college party. If you still don't know who I'm talking about, you probably have just never heard of her. But most people, when they hear Caitlin Bennett, those are the two things they think of. But yeah, I've been watching some of that, which is so weird for me to watch. If you guys know me at all, that's definitely out of my comfort zone to watch something like that. But again, I felt like it was very educational for me. So I just got done filming the video and I just thought about this, so I wanted to add this in here real quick, that I'm 18 and I just turned 18 in October, so this will be my first year to vote, and I wanted to make sure to not be one of those people that just voted solely because that's what I'd been raised to believe. I really wanted to make sure to listen to other people's sides of things before just blindly voting for someone, because that's what I'd been taught to believe. So wanted to watch some other people's opinions, and like, I just wanted to explain that the reason I started branching out is because I do plan to vote this year, and I wanted to know what I was voting for before I did it, and I wanted to look at both sides of things and not just blindly follow one side. Okay, so TV shows I've been watching is Riverdale season 4, Jane the Virgin the last season, Attack on Titans the 1 through 3 seasons, which are the only seasons out. My boyfriend and I binge watched this because it is so good. So we both used to watch anime in middle school before we knew each other, and we both had talked about that we loved anime, and we're like, we should watch one together. So we ended up picking Attack on Titans. I had seen like a few episodes back from my anime obsession in middle school, but I never really got that into it. We started watching it and we just like binged watched it. It was so good. Season 3 was not as great as the first 2 seasons, but the first 2 seasons were awesome. And yeah, hopefully the 4th season is better than the 3rd season, because the 4th season is supposed to come out in fall, and we're definitely going to watch it. We're hoping for better than the 3rd season. Not that the 3rd season was awful, but it just wasn't as great as the first 2. So if you like anime, I would highly recommend Attack on Titans. It was really good. I've been watching some Judge Jerry, Grey's Anatomy. I believe I'm somewhere on season 4. I was watching this a little bit more earlier, like in December and January. Kind of stopped watching it some. I plan to continue it, but like I've just not been watching it as much lately, so I don't remember what season I'm on, but I think I'm on season 4. My mom and I watched the Bachelor Peter season, and let me tell you, I was disappointed. So my mom and I loved Peter from the very first episode of Hannah's season. Like the very first interview, we're like, ooh, we like him, and we supported him throughout her whole season. We were so disappointed when he was let go, because we're like, he is amazing. And then when he became the Bachelor, we were so shocked, because we had never had anyone we liked become like the Bachelor or Bachelorette. It was always someone we didn't care for, or we just didn't really have feelings about it, but we were so excited. And let me tell you, when we were disappointed in how he did, like, oh, that was just disgusting to watch. Like, I was so let down, because we were so excited. Like, I cannot express my disappointment on how he handled himself in that season. And now he doesn't even have anyone. Like, we watched and invested so many hours in his love journey, and he couldn't even pretend to end up with one of them for a little bit. Like, they literally, him and Madison were together for like 3 days after the like final thing, and then they broke it off. Like, you guys couldn't have pretended to make it work for like a few months. Like, they couldn't even last a few days outside of the show. I was so disappointed by all of that. And the last show I've been watching is Married at First Sight, another love show me and my mom have been watching. I'm not sure what season it is, but it's the season that is airing on TV right now. And I don't believe in any of the couples, so if you guys don't know, Married at First Sight is exactly what it is. Married at First Sight, these experts pair up people that they think are good together, and they just get married, and then they have to see if it's going to work. They have 8 weeks to decide if they'd like to stay married or not. And when I say married, like, it's not just like they say they're married. Like, they legally get married, which is crazy. And this season is kind of scary. These couples are kind of a mess. Okay, so the movies I have been watching, Rudolph, as I said, some of these were back in December, so that's why there's Christmas movies. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and when I say that, I don't mean like the actual, like, lots of people watch like the real people version. I don't watch that version. I watch the cartoon version. I grew up in the cartoon version. I don't watch the actual movie. I watch the cartoon version. Charlie Brown's Christmas. And then my boyfriend and I watched Goblet of Fire, Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows, 1 and 2, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Crimes of Grindelwald. So a lot of Harry Potter we've been watching over this quarantine time. When I was in school, we watched this movie for sociology called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. A while back, me and my boyfriend went and saw Frozen 2. My mom and I watched Central Intelligence. I don't know, we saw it on TV and we decided to watch it. And then just a few days ago, my boyfriend and I watched Incredibles 2 on Netflix. So I don't really have anything I want to say. Oh, I do actually want to talk about Frozen 2. So I heard a lot of people say they didn't like it as much as Frozen 1. Unpopular opinion, I liked Frozen 2 more than the first Frozen, which I enjoyed the first Frozen a lot. I thought it was really good. But Frozen 2 was awesome. I loved it. My boyfriend, who didn't really even want to go in the first place, he's like, why are we going to see a little kids movie? He loved it too. So yeah, I really loved it. Lots of people didn't, but I thought it was awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know some stuff you've been watching, some YouTubers, some TV shows, some movies. Let me know if you think I would enjoy them and recommend them to me, because I'm always looking for new stuff to watch. Let me know if you've watched any of the things I've watched and your opinions on them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!